guys, welcome to Consume the Goodness. For those of you who don't know, my name is Kendra. I'm a certified lifestyle and weight management coach, and this channel combines healthy lifestyle with God's Word. I know the schedule's a little bit thrown off with this video. Normally I post like Fridays and Saturdays, and it's Tuesday, but I did really want to get this out there. I actually almost did not do this video because all the stuff, like what I'm going to be talking about, is something that happened yesterday, and I was like all upset and I cried and everything, and I was like, no, I don't want to tell people about that because I'm like supposed to be encouraging and uplifting. But then I was like, no, because I am a human and I am real on this channel. Like, we feel how we feel. Speaking of that, we feel how we feel. That is the topic for an upcoming video. Don't think I forgot, my friend.
It's still coming.
Anyway, so a month or so ago, I got on the For King and Country website and I went to contact us, and I sent them a super shortened version of a story of how one of their songs played a really awesome role in a really super significant part of our lives. I got a really sweet email back. This is what it says.
Hi Kendra, thank you so much for reaching out and sharing with us. We are truly blessed by your story, and we will be praying for you both that you continue to trust God to lead and guide you. So glad to know you have found hope and encouragement through the music. We are so blessed to be a part of your journey. Cheers for King and Country team.
Well, then a few days after that, I got another email, and it said this.
Hi Kendra, your story is truly encouraging, and we would like to invite you to join us as our guest for a show the next time you're able to attend one in your area. You can check our schedule here, and there's a website. Once you find a show that works for you, just let us know which one you would like to attend. We will leave 2 tickets in your name or another that you designate to pick up at will call when you arrive. Please confirm the name by replying to this message, and we will get you all set. Please be aware a photo ID will be required for verification, and the name must match the one provided on the guest list. Looking forward to being with you. Appreciate your great support. Cheers!
I scratched the name out on that second one because, well, some people just don't want their name out there like that, and I don't know if this person would or would not want their name out there like that, so I just decided to cover it up out of respect, and so that's why I did that. So anyway, back to the story. Needless to say, I was freaking out. I was super excited, like super excited, and like bouncing around and smiling so big that like my cheeks were hurting and squealing. Some of you new people might not know, but like when I'm super excited, I'm just like, ee! Super squealy when I'm excited. December is coming. I'm gonna be doing that like every day. December is just my favorite. Not because my birthday's in December or Christmas. It's just magical, isn't it?
Magical!
It is! As soon as December hits, it's just like, I love it. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about.
Smells too.
Okay, so we were like trying to figure things out. Can we actually do this? Can we go? Can we make it work? So fast forward a little bit, and things were working out. Our parents were coming to stay with the kids and the dogs and watch them while we went, and everything was all set for us. Like, yep, we got 2 tickets ready for you guys to come pick up at will call. Like, everything was all good to go. But then after everything was like set and ready, just all good to go, maybe like the reality stuff started to sink in for my husband. Like, okay, this could like actually, like this is actually gonna be a thing. And then, you know, maybe the concerns just were like pulled to the surface type of thing. That's what I'm assuming kind of what happened. Well, anyway, so then he started talking to me about just his concerns. Most of them were revolving around my health. So just thinking about a whole entire day, like the, you know, driving, yeah, it's like 3-hour drive. Driving there, so being in the car for 3 hours, and then the standing for that long or sitting for that long, like mostly it was just a lot of the concern around my like dysautonomia stuff. And then he started talking about his concerns also with my head because I have post-concussion syndrome. So just the like anxiety of that day, the excitement of that day, and then being in a super loud and crowded environment for that long really wouldn't be the greatest, which is right. Like he's right. So I was super bummed out, like listening to all of this stuff. I knew he was right, and I just really had to humble myself, and I got really sad, like I was crying. I felt a lot of different things actually. Like I wasn't throwing a fit, like I don't want to go to the concert. I wasn't acting like that. But I did cry, not in a bratty way, but mostly just like sadness. I was bummed out, and for a few different reasons. Like I felt kind of stupid. I felt bad because I was so busy being excited about this entire thing that I didn't even like slow my mind down enough. Like I was so excited I didn't even stop to think about these very basic things that my husband was pointing out to me. And these truly are very basic things. I mean, I've had these medical issues since I was 13, minus the head injuries. That was more like 2016 to now. But the actual medical stuff, like I have been living my life my life has been like really worked around avoiding things that are going to make all of the stuff that I deal with worse. But I was just so excited, and then I just felt really bad because so I was feeling like, man, I feel so dumb. Like, I was so excited. I didn't even think about this very basic stuff. And then that I felt like I just wasted this person's time who, you know, like getting stuff ready for the tickets, to have these tickets for us to pick up and all that. I just, I still feel bad about that. And I'm sorry. If you happen to watch this video, I apologize. So I was upset about like a few different things, but the like being upset and crying, and then I started to pray, and I felt this just like peace come over me, and just almost like, I don't know, it's like you can hear it, but it's a feeling. Do you know what I mean with that? But it was just like, it's okay, and don't let this steal your joy. So I just kind of like tried to collect myself. I talked to my husband about all the stuff I was feeling, and still cried a little bit through that, but just to like get it out, to have someone to talk to, because that is super helpful and important. And he's just so great to talk to, like super comforting and understanding and attentive and all of that really great stuff. So I was, you know, starting to feel better after that. Anyway, so that pretty much catches you guys up to all the stuff that was happening, like from the first, you know, initial thing up until now. So we will not be going to this concert. I do still feel a bit bummed out about that, because this was so much more than just a concert to me. To me, this had emotion and love attached to it, and it was like a husband and me type of thing, like part of our story thing. To me, that's what it was, because of like the whole reason that it came about in the first place. Like, it was part of our story. But anyway, so I wrote something, and I was hoping so much to be able to give this, like, you know, to get there. And I don't even know if I would have even been able to meet these guys. It would have been awesome. But of course, in my, like, I have this extreme childlike faith. Like, I am just like super excited about stuff. So I was just, you know, my mind was going all over the place, like, oh my gosh, I could actually meet these guys, and I could read this thing to them, or give them this thing that I wrote. And so that's what I was really, really wanting to do, to give that to them, or give it to somebody on their team to give to them so they can see it. So I would have loved to give this to them, but since I can't do that, I'm gonna read it. And who knows, maybe by some miracle they will watch this video and they'll hear it, and so then it'll kind of still be like what I was envisioning happening, just in a slightly different way. When I started writing this, it started as like a journal entry. I was just writing, which I love doing. So here's that part. Okay, so October 23rd, 2022. I recently found out that For King and Country has been nominated for Favorite Inspirational Artist for this year's AMAs. Learning this really got me thinking about how much of an impact their music has had during so many ups and downs in our lives together. We got married in 2012, and For King and Country has been right there along the way. It would have been wonderful to have had their music when David was born. Lord knows that music would have helped so much. Some of their songs were the first songs our kids ever learned to sing, though. Ha, so cute. Okay, and then at this point I started to get into like more of a creative writing type of mood, so I wrote this. If you ever want to know music that is truly inspiring, I'll tell you of a band whose music simply doesn't ever get tiring. When I was pregnant with baby number 3 and my husband was away, my busted heart sure needed their songs to remind me it was still a fine, fine life, and that hope is what I craved. We talked on the phone, but I still missed him so much. In those sad moments, I played Proof of Your Love and Middle of Your Heart. Listening to those songs helped keep me from falling apart. Fast forward some years when things were so hard it seemed like there were no highs. During that time, 2 songs really helped us through. They were Shoulders and Fix My Eyes. Then a little more time passed and Satan had a chokehold on our marriage. Right when things got just about as bad as they could get, Jesus answered a prayer through the radio by playing It's Not Over Yet. Our relationship was great and now is in a constant better than ever, but my medical condition got so very far beyond just under the weather. It's hard for him to watch, but he always stayed so calm, helpful, and strong through and through. There was a day, though, that he gave me a glimpse into how he was feeling. He sent me a text and said, "This made me think of us." Then he sent me the music video, Without You. Our story isn't a sad one. Through the highs and the lows, we always somehow kept a positive perspective, but we always needed reminders, even with our spiritual growth. The kinds of reminders you hear in joy and God only knows. Then there were, /are, the times when money is tight and there's barely any food to eat. It's times such as these when Control is played in the house and in the car on repeat. In more recent years, I have been feeling God push me to get out of my comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable and don't put up a fuss. To be obedient in doing that, I decided to sing in one of my videos, For God is With Us. Putting that out there turned out to be more than just an exercise in getting out of my comfort zone. It also turned into an exercise in dealing with my very poor self-image issues. Putting myself singing out there really kicked in the negative self-talk. So many internal insulting slams. What a perfect time it was to hear the song, Love Me Like I Am. It may seem like I named a lot of songs, but if you listen to any music by For King and Country, you most definitely cannot go wrong. Now I have read it, and I hope that they can see it. That would be awesome. I hope this is encouraging in some way. Even though I was super bummed out initially, I chose to be content and happy knowing that God would bring good of this situation somehow. Sometimes some of the most unexpected, exciting things don't work out, and we can still find joy. We can still find a reason to give God glory. That's it. I love you guys. God bless, and I hope to have you back for the next one.